Mimi herself and my beautiful guest Veronica Diduyemi. She's a marriage consultant, and we've been talking about compromise in relationship. And when I started, I said Max Bocas said, "A little give, a little take. That is the true definition of compromise." And my guest has defined what compromise is. And she even backed it up and said the person that she likes to use as our example, and that is, and as a first start, and that is Lord Jesus Christ, God. He said that he sent Jesus to us, and because God has to compromise first. Because if he had not sent Jesus as his son, he wouldn't have had more daughters like me, like her, and more daughters and sons like people that are listening right now. And she also gave us some Bible verse. She gave John 12:24, and he also said some verses. I actually cannot say those verses because she can't say it, so she will go back to it and say them. And I'm actually glad she's here because she's doing the main justice. So let us go back to that. So Madam Veronica, so let us go back to it. So
Thank
you were saying
once again, Mimi. So as I was saying, compromise, a part of you needs to die. You have to bury a part of you just to get it working. And some people are alone today. Maybe you've been into marriage before, and then you are out of marriage and you're alone. It could be because you are not willing to compromise. You don't want a part of you. Maybe it's so dear to you that you don't want it to die. You don't want to give it up just to make it work. Like I said, you have to give something for something of greater value. So that thing of a greater value could be peace of mind, could be your marriage working, could be harmony in your home, could be happiness. So you must be able, for the fact that two persons coming together from different backgrounds, you have your individual differences, and you can't say you don't want to leave the sport you are or what you've grown up with, because it's just like someone talking to me and said no one can manage up with someone of the same temperament with them.
exactly.
Of course, you see yourself and feel like, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm so perfect. But then it can't be peaceful living with someone of the same temperament. So uniqueness is something that we should make good use of. All right. So however, like I said from the beginning, that compromise is a delicate topic that we have to strike balance, because some people will tend to manipulate others. You have to compromise. You don't want to compromise, but then it's about them actually. So I'll give you some tips about healthy. There are healthy compromise and there are unhealthy ones. So for you to have a healthy compromise, maybe in your relationship, in your marriage, you actually need a good self-esteem. A good self-esteem. So it's not like someone will come, you feel some people, they are battling with inferiority complex.
Okay.
So they just come and say this thing, this is how it should be. Maybe your partner comes and says this instead of you, which out of your own good self-esteem, you come out and say, babe, I think this should go this way. When you have a good self-esteem, it's the starting point actually. So you need a good self-esteem to be able to have healthy compromise in marriage. And then you need the courage, openness. If your partner is proposing something and you feel like it's not easy, and you feel that okay, if he can just adjust on his own side, then it can be easier for you. So you must summon that courage to actually open up. I'm a person that I always like to spell it out like, okay, the husband is the head of the family. However, when it comes to compromise, some some women will be like, he's the head, let us just have it the way he wants. But it's not okay. Marriage is not meant for you to be enduring. Sometimes it seems it's working, but actually someone is enduring for it to work. But it has to be balanced. All right, it has to be. So it's not every time you just say, okay, let's have it the way it is, so that I don't want him to be angry. I don't want that to be angry. I just want no.
I don't want him to get vexed. I don't want him to think we are not working.
Or just leave you alone because you are not giving in to what he's saying at the moment. If it's not okay and it's not healthy for both of you, you should talk about it. You should negotiate. You should be courageous enough to open up and let them see why you feel okay, it shouldn't be that way or it shouldn't go that way.